Hey folks, Jayborino here. Welcome back, playing some more StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. Only 2 missions left on Char.
We've secured our landing zone thanks to you, Commander. General Warfield believes an attack on the primary hive is suicide under current conditions. A diversionary attack to cripple part of the Zerg defenses will give us the opportunity we need.
You know, I've been thinking.
Scares me more than the Zerg.
We're gonna have to take out those Nidus worms before we can make a move on the main hive. Them Zerg bursting up under us wherever they please ain't exactly conducive to our health and well-being.
Well, placing charges at the right spots in their Nidus network could flood the whole system with lava. What's your take, General?
Well, it's dangerous, but it could work. Bigger problem still their flyers. Even if we could move our units forward, we can't provide adequate air cover while the skies are contested.
Any suggestions?
Intel shows 80% of the Zerg flyers nest on an infested platform hanging in low orbit. We take that down, we'll own the air.
Hell, if this platform's so important, why not just nuke it?
The nests are burrowed deep into the superstructure. Surface detonations won't do it. We'd need to land a strike force on the platform and take it apart piece by piece. It's your call, Reyna.
I think that this choice is the most important one of the 3 in the game, just because it affects all-in, which is going to be pretty challenging no matter which path you take, but this affects in what way it will be challenging. We're going to sabotage the tunnels because it's canonical. I also find the mission to be fun and unique. We'll attack the platform next time through the archives.
Long as the Zerg can use the Nidus network, our whole force is under threat. I feel for our flyboys, but shutting down those tunnels has to be our top priority.
That's not my assessment, but I will defer. You're the expert here. Good hunting, Commander.
Good call, Jimmy. Let's give the Zerg a lesson in how we do things Heaven's Devil style.
Deep scan analysis has detected 3 fault lines converging beneath this area. Detonation of seismic charges in all 3 locations will redirect lava into the adjacent caverns.
Any intel on what we'll be facing down there?
Negative, Commander. The intervening rock layers prevent accurate detection of Zerg biosignatures. Caution is advised.
We're gonna need some more boys to carry the charges, if nothing else.
I've been in these tunnels before. The more guys we take, the riskier it gets. I'd rather bring a smaller, more experienced crew down there than a whole regiment.
I might have just the men for you. Some of my best. All decorated combat veterans with lousy discipline records. You'll love them.
Sounds good, General. But I got my own crew for this. Besides, does them good to get outside once in a while.
Some squads took cover in the tunnels during the landing, so you might be able to find some reinforcements down there. I'll contact you if I detect their transponders.
All right. You do that. But I can't guarantee anything. This ain't no rescue mission.
Ah, but that's where you're wrong, Jim Raynor. Why not both? This will be part rescue mission. Those fellows are going to help us out. We're going to get back to the surface and link up with the main Dominion force. Not required, but we will try. And here are 4 extremely powerful heroes with extremely fun abilities.
Let's introduce these boys to a little Terran ingenuity. The Mark 12 Penetrator Round.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, so just a straight shot that does massive damage. 300 damage.
What's up?
The AoE is pretty reasonable around it, too. It's not like a tiny straight line. You do have some leeway with it.
Talk to me.
All right, let's try to get these guys unburrowed, and just like that, almost got them all. That kind of demonstrates that it doesn't just damage literally everything. It's within a reasonable line.
Quit hogging all the fun, Jimmy. Let me try out these shredder grenades.
All right, there's Shredder Grenade, 200 damage. Both of these also one-shot Nidus Worms, just something to keep in mind. So a lot of this mission is just managing your cooldowns.
Sell me.
In fact, I would say that's one of the main things of this mission, managing your cooldowns and just ensuring that your heroes are being healed by Stepman instead of a normal medic, so that they don't get killed. They're a little fragile. Raynor, Tychus, and Swan all have the same amount of HP, so it doesn't matter which one's in the front as long as it's not Stepman. And then trying to keep those reinforcements alive.
Motion detector's off the scale. Swan, what say you get that turret of yours set up before we advance?
No sooner said than done, cowboy. Just stay behind old Flamin' Betty here and let her take the heat.
What's up?
That was a pretty good penetrator round. So one of the achievements is to get 50 kills with one penetrator round shot. So it's pretty tough. There's like 1 or 2 places where you can attempt to get it. And we'll try to keep track of Raynor's kills before we approach them, just to get a better idea. These Hydralisks, they're on a part of the ramp where you have to either lure them down or move right up to them, otherwise you can't see them.
Incoming transmission.
Raynor, can you hear me?
I read you, General. Go ahead.
All of my men are nearby. They're pinned down. Help them out, and they'll join you.
Time to man up. Count on me.
Okay, here comes some Aberrations. Aberrations do a lot of damage, and this is where, again, Stetman healing is important.
Need help, sir?
25 life per second is insane, and also really, really useful, as you can imagine. Okay, let's get rid of these 2 spine crawlers with a penetrator shot, and then we can clean this one up.
Raiders roll.
So as long as your heroes are in the front and getting healed,
Time to man up.
then the Aberrations won't be too much of a problem, but they do deal a lot of damage.
Sounds like
Raynor? Hot damn, they sent the big guns for us.
Yes. Well, what can I say? Need help, sir?
What's up?
All right.
Jimmy, you need stuff fixed? I'm your guy. This crawling around in caves, that guy I ain't.
Swan, if I didn't know better, I'd say you're scared.
Yella. I knew it. It ain't that. Just weapons, tools, they make sense to me. Caves and Zerg, just ain't my cup of tea.
Well, I'm scared.
There's no shame in that,
Break it down.
Stepman.
Sounds like a
We're
plan.
underground on Char. We're about to get ambushed. Flaming Betty right there.
What's up?
And grenade the ones that come from behind us. Bunch of jerks. So much of this is, it's like gotcha, the mission. So that's why it's so hard to keep our cannon fodder, or I mean our valuable reinforcements away from the front lines and understand when we might get flanked so that we can avoid them getting killed.
Raiders roll.
All right, here comes some enemies. Another decent penetrator shot. 78 kills on him already. That's a good, I think that would be a good grenade. Perfect. It one-shots the roaches. That's insanely good.
You can count on me.
Random creep tumors that I guess we can go ahead and destroy because they're red on our minimap, even though this whole chamber is about to get bombed and flooded with lava. Hey, why not?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, Nidus Worms.
What's up?
Remember what I was saying about how these abilities one-shot them?
That is.
Indeed, Tychus. That's what I was just saying. And another Aberration. All right, medic, stop. If you want your medics to stop healing and you want Stetman to pick up the slack, just move them away. Just right-click the medics so they'll stop healing and Stetman will fill in the gap there.
This is it. Swan, I've marked the fault line with a flare. Plant one of those charges near it.
You got it, cowboy. Yeah, I'm doing it.
We gotta defend the charge until it's armed. Watch all points, boys.
You know, one of them choke points will make a great spot for Flamin' Betty. Where do you want her, hotshot?
I choose door number 4, Swan. That way we can cover 2 at once.
What's the plan?
Let's move our regular Marines in the middle here, so again, they're not the ones taking damage outright. Nice, got rid of a lot of those with one grenade.
Sell me.
And then as the worms pop out, just instantly kill them with your abilities. We'll see if Tychus is up in time to kill the next worm, but the game gives you a lot of time, as if it's to say, hey, it was supposed to take longer to kill those Nidus worms.
What's in it for me?
But instead, we can just wait around.
Whatever it takes.
I don't remember where the next one comes up. There it is. The range on the grenade's pretty good.
Time you're ready. Damn straight.
Also good to keep in mind that the cooldown on Flaming Betty is exactly as long as its timed life.
Where does it hurt?
What's up?
So that just means you just keep an eye on when it despawns, and as long as it's despawning due to timing out, then that means that you are ready to put down another one. We need a Penetrator Round over here. All right, just got it. I think it was just barely in range of the Penetrator Round. Yeah, so as long as it's not getting killed,
What's up?
then that means we can throw another one down like exactly now.
Anytime you're ready.
Standing by.
Back off.
Just a good thing to
man,
keep
I'm
in
a
mind. I think we're
scientist.
pretty much done. I don't know if there are any other worms, but if there are, our abilities are up to get rid of them. It's less longer than I remember it, that's for sure. Just grenade this one. So we're right at the end here. I might as well just take out these aberrations faster. Alright, please, yeah, let Stepman do the healing here. Thank you. Yeah, 25, he heals 2 times faster. The last valiant Hydralisk trying to save the Nidus network alone.
The charges are ready to blow. Get the hell out of here.
Satisfying.
Good job. That's the first charge. When we get all three, the chamber will flood with lava.
Okay, on to gotcha number 2.
Count on me.
And there's going to be some banelings in this section here, so again, just more and more gotcha.
Oh, lordy. This must be where they take their prisoners.
And infest them. There's no helping these guys. We gotta put them out of their misery.
Watch it. Infestor pods. Line them up.
Man up.
Okay, so we might be able to get our 50 kills here. I think it's less likely in this area, but we can prepare ourselves. And it's important to bring Stepman and keep him close just in case Jim gets surrounded and he needs to get some heals. And we can throw it on Fleming Betty in the back. So let's move with Jim. He's got 103 kills. Let's keep that in mind. Alright, this way.
Count on me.
Damn, you freaks are ugly. Let's waste them.
Raiders roll.
Okay, not quite. Tychus does a tiny bit of AoE, which is really useful in these sections as well.
What's the plan?
So we should be able to get our 50 kills in this next place, which this area is the easiest place to get them, I think. That last area we couldn't quite line up our shot and get them in a line. It's important to kite them back a little bit so that you have a long line.
Sure are some ugly suckers down here. Don't provoke them.
Okay, so Jim has 147 kills. Here we go. Let's try this.
Count on me. Time to man up.
This way, please.
You're too late. We need a good spot to hole up, or we're gonna be served, chow.
Raiders roll.
Okay, I think that just barely got it. That may have been exactly 50. I think it was 51 actually. So that's good. Grenade here.
What's the plan?
And again, I think we just barely got it. All right, let's stim. Take these guys out a little bit faster and hunt down the infestor that keeps spawning these.
Time to man up.
Hero Marine in the front. He wants to be brave.
Raiders roll.
Took his aggression enhancer.
You can count on.
He's ready to get into the fight. Okay, so let's get rid of these spine crawlers. Yes, I'm pretty sure we got it. That's an achievement where I would not have restarted if we didn't get it. Because it's not, I don't know, it doesn't really fit in the context of the mission other than like, hey, look how good we are.
Sounds like a plan.
But that's it. Okay, Aberration. Stetman's the one healing. That's good. You can always tell it's him because his little mechanical arms are waving around. And we have incoming banelings in this section, so you all stay behind us.
What's in it for me?
Need help, sir?
All of our heroes are even light too, so they do take extra damage from banelings.
Raiders roll. Watch it. Banelings. Don't let them get close.
No problem.
Those things are pretty nasty. Next time you should try not to let them splash you.
Thanks for the advice, son. Now shut up.
Count on me.
Incoming transmission.
Sounds like a plan.
Come in, Rainer. I'm detecting survivors of another squad close by. Find them and rescue them.
I'm gonna guess that last part was rescue them.
Hell, and I thought we was gonna play poker with them. Ambush. They're behind us.
Plan.
Okay, we were prepared for this. It's just, again, it's kind of like gotcha. As long as you know where they're going to come from, you'll be pretty safe. Let's move up to the next area and save our fire bats, the best units ever. Jim, this is all you. Excellent. Also, that part where he talks about banelings splash damage, he only says that if you take any damage from the banelings, which we did.
Great to see you guys. The cavern ahead is full of worms, so we better be careful.
Ah, worms. Right.
You can count on me.
Okay, and you might be able to get through this section with... you might be able to get the Penetrator Round achievement here as well. But it's not a requirement.
They're only getting started. Move up by 2. We gotta blast them back. Go! Go! We gotta keep moving or they'll crush us.
So because our fire bats are fully upgraded, this part you can actually just auto-attack your way through. It's not that bad. Let's get all of our heroes up. Eventually, a small group's going to show up behind us. That's not a problem. The problem is an Ultralisk will spawn and an Aberration will come behind us. We need to split and have a hero in the front and a hero in the back, basically to tank both of those things and ensure that nobody dies.
What's the plan?
Okay, Baneling's getting hit. Let's heal up our fire bats.
Watch our six. More of them coming.
Break it down.
So I think that, excuse me, that right there would have been a good spot to get the 50 kills if we lined it up just right. And I'm going to actually hold up here and ensure that we kill these fellas that are coming up behind us before we move forward and trigger the Ultralisk. Because otherwise we get sandwiched and not be fully prepared for it. But this is just a small group of infested Terrans, so it's not really a big deal. And our fire bats are just extremely powerful. So Jim, you're going in the back.
Need help, sir?
Let's move forward with Swan and throw down Flaming Betty to distract the Ultralisk.
Got 100 tons of Zerg incoming.
What's up?
Okay, Ultralisk down. Fire bats are still up. Aberration goes down. Jim's getting healed up. No casualties. Let's just continue moving up. Jim, once Penetrator Round is up, we can get rid of all the Nidus Worms left. Just like that. Is there another one? I may have just not hit all three. No, there were only two.
Time to man up.
Okay, so that allows us to go to the second seismic charge area.
Sounds like a plan.
Is that it?
Hit it, Swan.
Zerg are so fascinating. I wish we knew more about their physiology.
I know all about them. Put a bullet in them, they die.
Well, that's not exactly...
Shut it, you two. Same deal as before. Set up a perimeter and don't let anything reach the charge while it's arming.
Okay, let's put Flaming Betty again in a spot that can cover multiple areas.
This better be good.
And our other units will be useful here. I mean, every little bit. I don't know why they're just standing. Like, why didn't they move? I didn't put them on hold position. I don't know. Anyway, we'll just spread them out a little bit. A couple Banelings and an Aberration. Flaming Betty can take the Baneling shot, so that's no problem. Again, we just got to be on the lookout for Banelings. And then we'll refresh Flaming Betty exactly when it despawns. I'll just take those hits right on the chin. I don't care.
Jack Cowboy, what's up?
Rather keep Grenade in case there are Niduses, and in fact there's one. If there's a second one, and there is. Yeah, see? It's good we had that Grenade up. It wasn't just me being lazy and not hitting those Banelings in advance. Okay, more Banelings. No problem. We're taking this stuff out. And whatever spawns over here, I think our fire bats can take care of.
What's the plan?
I'm going to kill at least one of these infestors. We could take this group and go and hunt down the other one. Kill that one like normal. Tychus, go and get this one. The bomb took a little damage because we had moved to kill that infestor, but no problem.
Anytime you're ready.
Throw down Flamin' Betty.
Hell, earthquake.
That's no quake. It's Ultralisks.
Yeah, so there are two Ultralisks here. We can hit them both with a grenade. Marines can help out at least. There we go.
Let's show them what we got.
And let's, again, just try to spread out a little bit. Our fire bats will be really useful here. As long as the roaches are attacking one of my
Is it critical?
heroes.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Yes, fire bats, protect the flank.
Just one more charge and we're gonna have ourselves a Nidus barbecue. Stay sharp, boys.
Okay, gotcha section number 3. This section I think is actually easier than the last one until you get to the Queen.
We got company, Jimmy.
No, I'm picking up something, but it's stationary. Eggs or larvae, maybe? Time to have.
So I think this first section we can just attack right through, no problem. Can even stem. And just burn our way through this area. because there are no real other extra units. It's kill this infestor, otherwise it'll just keep spawning infested Terrans forever and ever and ever.
What's up?
Okay, excellent.
Count on me. Time.
You know, the way those eggs all hatched, it's like they were waiting for us.
There's a strong likelihood that another Zerg creature was controlling them.
Sell me.
Okay, so let's throw down Flaming Betty to lure things to us.
Sell me.
And that was a pretty good Penetrator round, I'd say. We can even grenade here to help out, and then we can move in with the rest of our troops. Actually, let's just have them come over here and kill the infestor again.
Oh, I mean, yes, sir.
Get him. Yeah, chase him down. Okay, excellent. Good work.
Whatever's popping those eggs is gonna be in a world of hurt when I get a hold of them.
Talk to me.
I have no idea why my heroes took so much damage there, and I don't think they were incapacitated, because I think they would have still been incapacitated by the time we looked. So, whoops, we shouldn't have taken Stetman with us to do that. But either way, I thought that we had that taken care of, but I guess there were even more units there than I expected. Whatever. Okay, let's go rescue our last group. You gotta be kind of quick here.
Incoming transmission.
Raiders roll.
Another squad is up ahead. The situation is dire. Proceed with extreme caution.
Over here! Help us!
Sell me.
Okay, so this isn't that bad,
Break it down.
as long as you drop Flaming Betty right next to this thing, right before it breaks through the rocks. That's it. So, like, now, and let's move our fire bats away.
Oh, God. Game over, man. Game over. Thanks, man. I thought we were goners. You ain't safe yet.
Please state the nature
That's like
of your
perfect
medical
timing.
emergency.
So now we have to go and fight the Queen and try not to lose any of other units. There's kind of a specific way you gotta approach it so that your heroes are the ones taking damage, and they have to be specifically being healed by Stetman,
Sounds like a plan.
not one of the normal medics, or they will die. Here we go.
Get that charge deployed. I've got a bad feeling about this place.
All set, cowboy. When this thing goes off, we need to be a long way from here.
What the hell is that?
Damn, she's popping eggs.
We gotta take her down. No way we can leave the charge while she's around.
Alright, normal units, I want you to stim and attack over here. Heroes, we're gonna go for the Queen. Let's throw down Flaming Betty up here.
What's the plan? Sounds like a plan.
I think as long as my heroes are the ones that attack the Queen, that's no problem, and just hit her with abilities. Okay, that's good. We're gonna move these down here instead and attack through these eggs.
What's up?
Okay, and then we're gonna come down and do pretty much the exact same thing, but over in this direction instead. We're killing those eggs down there for future issues.
Talk to me.
She's going for more eggs. Stop the Queen before she gets to him.
Okay, just keep roasting all these. She keeps breaking more eggs.
What's up?
And then we force her below a certain health and she'll burrow again. There she goes.
Sell me.
Now she'll pop up down here. Let's just run these guys way away so that they're not the ones getting attacked.
What's the plan?
Okay, and then just use abilities as they're up, and then just, again, force her to burrow. Her last phase is the hardest one, I think, to avoid taking damage. Let's throw down Flaming Betty.
What's the plan?
Lieutenant.
Get our heroes to the front and move these guys up to be prepared to help attacking the Queen.
Got it.
Yeah, and then we get knocked down, which is a pain. Okay, every little bit that they can help here, and then we're going to run them away because she's going to stun again, and we want her to start attacking separately.
Seismic charges. We gotta stop them.
And we're okay, actually.
No life signs. She's dead, Jim.
Us too if we don't get the hell out of here.
The charges are counting down, hotshot. Damn straight we gotta go. Here, Betty'll keep them busy.
So we used our normal guys to pretty good effect there to destroy eggs, and that helped us out keep the charge alive.
Oh, hell, the lava's rising.
That was the whole idea, Tychus. Now run for the extraction point, you idiot.
And now we're just gonna run.
Break it down.
Now we're just gonna run. Okay, we still have 14 fellas.
Let's get out of here. Double time. Go, go, go. Raiders roll.
Yeah, 14 non-heroes is the magic number here, meaning we haven't lost any. And just run, because otherwise you don't want the lava to kill you.
Time to man up. Raiders,
So let's throw down Flaming Betty. Penetrator Round here. Some units will come from behind us, but it doesn't matter. And we're just going to run. Ignore everything else.
Raiders roll.
And just get out of here. The next section, I think there's a Baneling at the top of a ramp or something, so we want Jimmy to be at the front. That's a pretty good grenade area, if we could ever throw it. Thank you.
What's the plan? Sell me.
Got him.
Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, as long as heroes and firebats are in the front here, we're in good shape.
Raiders roll. Sell me.
Almost lost some stuff there. Swan, where are you? Get in the front, please.
Break it down.
Because we got an Ultralisk that we want to bait out with Flaming Betty. Like that.
Talk to me. What's up?
Okay, use abilities quickly, and then we're going to run. Some Zerglings are coming up behind, but Flaming Betty will take care of them. And all of our fellas have escaped. It was a rescue mission after all, Raynor. Get them all out.
What's the plan?
They've made it.
Sounds like a plan.
Damn. Nothing like a good old-fashioned knock-down, drag-out brawl. Look at all those caves crumble. Ain't sorry to see them go.
Wow, we sure killed a lot of them. I bet they're really scared of us now. Of you.
All right. Let's see how the boys held up while we were gone.
All right, I'm going to guess 51 kills with Penetrator Round. Exactly, haha. And then here, Incapacitation 0. I was really afraid that one of them may have gotten knocked down when I wasn't looking when we were attacking through that one egg area, but it was okay. I've never actually had the bomb get to that low health when fighting the Queen, but when she does that little stun, it breaks a bunch of eggs, and I guess we didn't kill enough eggs early on. I'm not sure, but either way, we succeeded. Got both of our achievements. Let's go back to the Dominion base and try to rally the troops. Including the ones that we just saved. Jim Raynor. That's right, I'm talking to you.
Good to see you on your feet, General.
Well, we'll see how long that lasts. I brought you boys a present. Naga artifact's been assembled. I hope to God it does what we think it does.
Damn straight. Betting our asses on some alien piece of crap don't sit right with me.
I hear you, Tychus. But if I was banking everything on that, I'd be quit already. Because here we are in the mouth of hell. And we made it this far by leaning on each other.
Whether it's blind luck or damn fool courage, in all my years, I've never seen anything like what you two jokers have pulled off.
That thing may be the key to stopping the Queen of Blades.
But it's our sweat and blood that'll make it happen. After everything we've been through, past all the fire and fury, the one thing I know is that we can count on each other to get the job done. Or die trying, if that's what it takes.
Because some things are just worth fighting for.
I think that's one of my favorite in-game cutscenes of StarCraft 2. So the dog tag in-game, the references is one of his Marines who was killed here, who had been with him since Marsara, because the dog tag said Marsara. In reality, it's a reference to a Blizzard artist, M. Coiter, who passed at a very young age, which is unfortunate. So that's what that was the meaning of the dog tags. Alrighty.
Final push. You ready for this?
That I am, partner. Hell, we're gonna be the guys that kill the Queen of Blades. Genuine heroes. Old Manx might even give you a pardon.
Get one thing straight, Tychus. If Valerian's right, and this artifact can turn Kerrigan human again, I'm taking her away from this place. You hear what I'm saying?
I hear you, Jimmy. And I know you want to believe she can come back. But after all the misery she's caused, well, let's just say some folks don't deserve second chances.
I'll be the judge of that.
All these years, Minsk made you out to be the devil himself. But I've seen you put it on the line for men who'd otherwise be hunting you down.
Your Emperor's the one should be brought to justice. All I ever wanted was for folks to live free.
Charging into battle with a stranger. Taking enemy fire, holding the line, shoulder to shoulder. That's the great equalizer of war. It's an honor to fight at your side.
I sure do appreciate that, General.
Great. Everyone's unified.
We spent a lot of time hunting down all them pieces. Now it's all together. This thing gives me the willies, something awful.
I know what you mean. When I look at it, it's like I can hear voices in my head. Sooner we're done with this thing, the better.
Agreed. Right now, this artifact is the most important weapon in the universe. And we're going to use it.
I just wish the damn thing came with an instruction manual. For all we know, we could be upsetting the entire space-time continuum.
Easy, Tychus. This ain't science fiction.
Yeah, more like fantasy, am I right? Alright, anyway. Thanks everyone for watching. Wait, there's news!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sad day for us here at UNN. I regret to inform you that last night Donnie Vermillion had himself committed to the Dominion Mental Health Center here on Core Hall. While the nature of his abrupt mental breakdown remains unknown, we do know that he was clad only in his socks and rumored to be in possession of Emperor Mengsk's manifesto and a pound of peanut butter. We wish you all the best, Donnie, and hope for your speedy recovery. In the meantime, I'll be taking over as chief anchor here at UNN. For UNN, I'm Kate Lockwell. Woo! Yes! Woo!
Alright, well, we'll end this one on a light note there, and we'll come back and play the alternate version of this mission next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.